Check it. Check. Hold. Check. 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 Check.
So, welcome back. Hey, we're kicking off the show. It's 1-3 match of Stack Night here on TCH Live with a good 5-5 on Monday. Boy, did we have some big hands, some coolers, some big bluffs, some big chips, and hope we're able to check out the highlight reel for that here on our TCH Live channel. Now up to 9,850 subs. Freaky fast, just like the Jimmy Johns I had for lunch today. As we continue, it's going to be our first hand of actual hold'em. I like the lineup that we're going to have here, man. This is Buddy, who's an action player, a good player. We got Jay Stack. We got Bryson. We're up in it here for Breonna Taylor. Duck here with King Queen, gonna open 0-20 right off the bat. See Aaron there with the Wisconsin Badger stuff on, and you know I really had hope that I was gonna like Aaron. I think maybe this is a good guy. No, it's just ruined. How could he possibly show up here? Wisconsin Badger stuff on. All right, off we go here. 4 players. Well, Duck has got the best hand with second pair and a straight draw. Big Al has got an open ender and some backdoor diamonds. Duck can go out and bet his hand. I'd probably bet Big Al will continue. Electing not to.
Thank you very much.
Kind of a weird board to try to maybe call a straight draw out of positions. I don't necessarily fault them for the full, but again, players can start as the session begins with a max of 1,000. Then after that, it is match stack. So we've seen no shortage of action on any of these streams. What's going on? Andrew Fiorentino, Justin Powers, Barry Smith checking in from Japan. Good morning there, sir. We've got a $12 straddle, and now we're going to have Aaron open here for 40. And then we got William, the New York Net here, going to 3-bet to 130. I'm probably guessing this is going to be it, unless somebody wakes up with anything. As Aaron's feeling splashy, though. One thing you can run into situations like this with against a more tighter player where you've got a pretty good idea of what their range is that when you get boards like this, it presents you the opportunity to be able to outplay them a little bit, but didn't find a board he felt too comfortable with, and William's going to pick up the pot here. Let's go. Alan, Mike, you still saving me a seat for the next PLO stream? I'll have to DM the old fireman Scott, because from what I understand, don't quote me on this specifically, but we're planning the next PLO stream on the 29th, and that will be hosted by Mike Major, and I think it's Justin Shaft. I'm going to make sure that's the right. There's so many Justins in the world that I want to make sure. Yep. I think Mike Major and Justin Shaft are going to bring that H-Town feel to it towards our next PLO stream. We're going to have Bart Hansen come on for commentary on Monday. Just be on the lookout for that. So for the next Monday 5-5 stream, I'm going to take the night off, give the stage to Mr. Bart. Say, hey, come on. Get on there. Be a part of the action. Well, here throughout the month of August, we still got our progressive savings happening here at Texas Card House in North Austin. That the more time you spend here, the more you save. So if you play up to 5 hours, that's 20% off your hourly rate. If you play up to 7 hours, that is up to 30% off your hourly rate. And if you play 10 hours or more, you're here, you're grinding. You're going to be here until the sun comes up in the morning. That is 40% off your hourly rate. That is throughout the month of August here at Texas Card House. We appreciate y'all being patient. That's the wonderful world of computers. Every once in a while, they do something you just don't agree with and make it a pain in the butt for everything. But that is what gives us the power to be able to do this. Can't imagine if you try to do, say, like in the old days, like poker on the radio. Get like one of those old-timey radio guys. Hey, makes a big bet on the river. You know, it's like one of those old 1950s, 1930s Cockney accent kind of deal. So, no, we appreciate it. We're continuing to grow the channel. It's been a decent day for us here. We've got a couple of 1-2 no limit tables happening. 1-3 plus our 1-3 match the stack. We've got players waiting on the list, so if anybody busts, we've got people antsy to get out in the stream. If you're not doing anything tomorrow night, it's Friday. We've got our PLO free roll, the 1K guarantee. Also got ladies' night, 50% off on your hourly rate for the ladies. Always good action in the cash games. A chance to save even more here on the hourly rate. So like I said, I think we'll line up everything. Got to change out the hamsters that rotate in the cage that powers this place. Giblets was getting pretty tired, man. Been putting in a lot of work, you know. I can't imagine there's actually a technological system powered that way, but what's going on, V? River King. I will try not to swear during the program for the River King because we had Brooklahoma on, and if you guys have not had any of the episodes where we've had Brooklahoma on, I think he may have been a sailor in a past life because he certainly swore like one. But that's it was all in good fun. It was more of our R-rated versions of that TCH live, but exciting times. That Brooklahoma weight loss bet, I think it's like up to 150K. There might be, all in all, a lot more than that within the field that is contributing to it. So he's got to drop 40 pounds in 75 days and then walk like 35 miles on a treadmill. So Brooklahoma's off to a really good start. But he's done a couple in the past. Is this going to be the one where the dude finally makes it? So, Alan, where's Steamdola? I thought he was going to be here, but he may be out in the golf course working on that swing. I know that he was on the list to play on this, so hope he's all right. Steamdola, a regular here on our 1-3 Thursday. A little technical hold up here as we get started here with the show. So we are on like a 10 to 15 minute delay. We're almost about to get going here with 1-3 match of stack. Now Sunday, the 5K guaranteed, $150 mega stack freeze out. Our final table live streamed on that. Windows kind of took a massive dump on us on our computer there the last Sunday, so we were not able to win that one. But Mark Spilly took down the last one. I think he either that or chopped with Holly. So congrats to both. It was a good tournament. You want to play another that starts at Tuesday, 30K stacks. Optional $10 dealer appreciation, a 5K on time bonus, 25-minute levels. But yeah, we were trying to get the action tracker stuff synced up here with the YouTube. So you're meeting at the point at the show where we're kind of panicking, like, wait a second, how's this gonna work? So back like 10 minutes ago, we were just kind of like, all right, try this. Super producer Carolyn got the job done, so it's always coming through in the clutch. But you can hear amongst the conversation, hopefully on the table, but get the action rolling here tonight. Again, Houston actually has got Fireman Scott Tuesdays and Thursdays. There's hosting a PLO game on Tuesdays, 1-3. And then we've got, I believe it's 1-2-5 Big O, or 1-3 Big O. That's on Thursday, the 5-card high-low game out at our Texas Card House Spring location. And then I believe Mickey, a.k.a. the Bluff Daddy, hosting a game there on Mondays as well. So seeing the action pick up out there for our folks out in H-Town. Probably a little more spring in their step here today. Rockets now up 2-0 in the series. Critical game 2 tonight between the Blazers and the Lakers. I mean, Lakers can't afford to be down 2-0 here. This is gonna be playing with fire right there, trying to go heads up against Dame Willard, man. Let's see. So we've got Joseph, we've got William, Aaron, Bryson, Rep and Breonna Taylor. Yeah, that is, I think, one topic that, amongst many, that just gives you some pause and you think, man, it's a crazy world sometimes. So, I respect to Bryson there, voicing his support. Harold Smut says we need a DeLorean. Yeah, I just don't know where you're going to find the plutonium, like, or wherever it was. What's going on, John Zimmer, up there in Dallas? All right, so we have poker. We got Albert back here, J Stack. Not going to defend here with the 3 deuce. We've seen J Stack play a lot of different card combinations. Here heads up against players, and we'll see if that continues or if maybe he's going to pump the brakes here a little bit, try to mix it up. NFY has, okay, all right. Again, while we wait, you can always hit that like button for us. One of America's greatest pastimes, hitting that like button. Another great pastime there is waking up with aces, Albert. Albert's been starting to run good here on the stream, knock on wood, then right away opens with aces, gets 3-bet here by Big Al with the King 10 suited. Buddy right there. To call in position here in the cutoff. We'll see. Okay, duck. Oh, and Aaron's woken up with jacks. There's a small raise up front. A moderate sized 3-bet. This is generally... Whew. You could certainly opt for the 4-bet here. It's just like what size you choose. Something like 210. And it's just a dream scenario here for Albert to. It's made a little, like, min raise, I think it was, off the $6 straddle to 12. And it's gone raise, call, re-raise. And with 482 left, I would be surprised if his next move isn't all in, and that's exactly what he's going to do with all the money out there. And it's a tricky spot here for Aaron. It's about throwing out about, what was it, 165. Okay, he made it 215. It's kind of priced in here that it's. There also probably is this propensity too. Once you're short stacked early, you can get a lot of push and pre ace kings, but I think he legit has to feel a little bit of pause here to. Well, there's just so much out there it can't really fold them. Ace is still good here for Albie. And aces are going to hold. Now, if Big Al would have gotten to see the flop, he had King 10 of hearts. Could have pumped even a little more action in there, but Richard T, 500 all in, ace K, never. It's ace ace. It's not always ace king, but it's always just, I think, in this specific sense in the stream. Whereas, I mean, if you go here and play in the games here in Texas Cardhouse, you can see people make that move with all sorts of stuff. You know, there are plenty of hands that might just want to try to bomb it in there just to pick up a little money when you're a short stack in a cash game and just get a little momentum going. So sometimes it's ace king, but it's based on how that went down. Where so I guess that puts Aaron in a really weird spot, just because. Just say that he calls, like he's definitely getting 4-bet as it is. So, but again, Albert's starting with about 500. There's just kind of no more way else the hand is going to go. So I've got Bert there in the box, waiting instructions. We get on here with the next deal. All right, we'll continue here on 1-3 match stack. My name is Mike Emblet, a.k.a. Hoops Mike. Here and all in good fun. This should be a pretty good cash game here tonight. I like the balance of players that we have. Some action, some aggressive, plenty of guys who have been on the stream and been on it often, so gonna have that comfort level to come bring the heat here. So we got Buddy opening here to $15. All right. So we have Aaron calling out of the big blind with 7-6 off. And a good flop for both, as Aaron is flop top pair, straight draw, Buddy with top pair, and the better kicker. So we have a check raise by Aaron. Buddy made it 25. Aaron on the right of your screen popped it right up here to 80. Deuce rolls off here for Aaron. And Buddy. So that's a pretty big lead up into there here on the turn, as he's realistically just betting 325 here, but just trying to push Buddy off the hand. And okay, well, Aaron flips up 8-6, so that. Yes, we did wind up getting a new deck, so. Okay, that hand makes a lot more sense now, because I was like. I can maybe see some players just ripping the turn there in that spot with Buddy stacked behind. It makes more sense here with the open under, because then he could sit there and think, well, if Buddy does have a 7, I do have a couple overs, and maybe if he's hanging around that 8-7, 9-7 kind of range, I can get him off the hand, or otherwise got outs, but I don't believe the hand is going to be played the same way if Buddy's a lot deeper. We're purely at 1,000 stacks. But nonetheless, they get it in. Aaron does not mess up. He gets lucky. SCU patch, great cast. You ever consider adding more cameras for better look at player rates? I think we try to explore every option as far as, okay, what can make the show even incrementally better in some spots. I think we're all right with the number of cameras. I think they're placed close enough so it feels more intimate, that you're not too far away, yet you're not like right in their nose hairs. And yeah, this is the, we go to the Skycam post hand. It's kind of just sort of how the software works as far as the action tracker and the cameras kind of work simultaneously, so. You got our guy Bryson folding. The net here in the straddle is, well, we had a 12 and a 24 double, so it's been folded around here to Albert. Albert and Big Al, the matchup we've all been waiting for. But Albert does not want any of that smoke, because Big Al going to pop it up and take it down. All right, Albert back here with the King 9. Bryson here to call in late position. Welcome Jay Stack here into the mix. I think one of the first hands he's gotten to tangle up with. It is late position raise. 3-bet here by Duck with 8-7 suited. I could see Albert getting out, Bryson calling, maybe J Stack. J-Stack's more apt to call in spots like these. I tend to find the fold button there, but J-Stack is not a net. I tell you that nobody will ever accuse him of that. And that's what we like about him. Pretty good dude too. So it's checked here to duck. So after the 3-bet to 60 pre, it's checked to here in position at about 125, and Decker's going to get a fold out here. That is going to get everybody to fold. Good bet there by Duck. Just they ship the money on over. Andrew Fiorentina under the gun open with King 9. Go home. I like the King 9 suited, but it's one of those hands just like up front. I see it. I'm just like, ah. I want to throw up. Late position, it starts to get a little more like, all right, this is doable. Yeah, it's never been my cup of tea. King 9 off is just. So I think with all the other lower kings, that if you do pair up, you can kind of talk yourself into thinking, okay, I can get away from this. It's definitely okay to fold, but the higher up you go, it just seems like you get painted in some really trickier spots. All right, buddy, here head open, the ace-3 of clubs. I'm pumped buddies on the stream. I have dealt many incredible hands with Buddy over the years. About as nice dude as you ever get. So we had Duck going for the late position re-raise. Now Buddy right back over the top here is gonna make a 4-bet to 180 with ace-3 of clubs. Rebought for 500, so putting a good healthy chunk in there here with the ace-3 and comes right back over the top of Duck. Gonna scoop back up some money, so John, who is the girl in the background? Her audio is coming in. I mean, I don't think it's Carolyn. I think you might be talking about the from the table. I think that's what I've noticed sometimes when I've checked out some of the archives is that the mics that we have seem to pick up that table 9 that you see often in the background. Kirk, where is Matty K at? I got the word in here, Matty K not feeling too well, so gonna do a little rest at home. So hope the best for the old Steam Dola. Yeah, just feeling a little under the weather. Like, he's not obligated to be here by any stretch of the word. So it's like, dude, I'm more bummed that we're not going to see him on the felt tonight. So the millions and millions of adoring Steam Dola fans just have to wait another week. But go ahead and hit the like button while you wait. Appreciate y'all being here. What is it, Thursday? Yeah, that's right. It's Thursday. And these have been some pretty good 1-3 games. Ended up actually a pretty entertaining game, I thought, when We have Mike, Major, and Victor here.
Raised to 48.
All right, Buddy pops it here to 48. Here for Bryson, for Brianna Taylor. Gonna call here with ace-jack off suit. A lot of money out there, so J-Stack gonna be there with jack-5 of hearts. 36 more. Absolutely, Duck is gonna call here for 36. Kirk says, I used to play poker at Steamdolo's house in New Jersey when we were in high school. Good times. Although, that would love to have been a fly on the wall. Travel back in time and see how that, what the old Steamdolo was like back then. Starting fights every day, probably. No. Well, we've got a flop flush draw here for J-Stack and Duck. Top pair here for Bryson. Middle pair for Buddy. J-Stack gonna call here in position on the better Bryson for 125, and Duck's got about 566 back, so it would leave him with about 400-ish behind. Queen here on the turn, so that does give a little life for a chop potentially for J-Stack. Bryce is going to shove. And we get two very quick calls. J-Stack figuring, okay, I got a straight draw, flush draw. Let's build a stack here. Let's gamble. And then Doc insta calls right behind him here with a pair and a flush draw. So Bryson's got the advantage. Duck can pair up his queen. Trip up his queen or pair up a 9. Or hit a heart, but J-Stack's got 2 of them. Berkeley has had some very ambitious calls from the flush draw. Yeah, that's some pretty ambition. Is a nice way of saying that. And an ace on the river. So for any further action on the side, otherwise it's all going here to Bryson. There you go. This top pair holds up and then turns into trips. Able to dodge a few outs there, so not going to be sitting with 1,006 after that, and see if J-Stack comes in to match that 1.6. And so this game just tends to work in stages. You get the early parts where it gets 3-bet, you build up a pot, and it's just a scramble to get all the money in, and then all it takes is maybe 1 or 2 players to buy up into the big stack, and then you get a lot of action. So Brittany says, go Duck, love you, baby. We're big fans of significant others popping in here to the chat. Hey. Make sure to click subscribe and go ahead and do damage to that like button. All right, with a $12 straddle, we've got Joseph limping here with Ace King. Big Al raise up here at 50. All right, here we go. Joseph going to limp call the ace-king. And that is a massive flop here. Joseph here with top pair, top kicker. Big Al here with a straight flush draw. Quick bet and call. Here we go. Give me a turn card. Let's bring some heat here to the turn. That's dud. Complete mess there for Big Al. Joseph still with a big advantage. Bet at 250. Joseph also here with the ace of hearts blocker. And he's going to put in the re-raise now. So Big Al's here in a spot where it's just like, you're just going to have to get your money in. So Joseph here with the big re-raise. Big Al still has a little bit back and slams the river here with the heart. Joseph jams was not, I don't think, expecting that, but yeah, credit to Big Al, he praised. He was the one putting the pressure on, and then Joseph trying to lay out the trap. It just could not fade the heart on the riv. So now Big Al's going to be sitting with about 1,008. So these stacks continuing to build and build and build. It's pretty good stuff here thus far. So I know a lot of players get on the list for this game. So we'll see who doubles, who survives, who adds more chips. Or as we go to 12 hands, it's, well, we've already had a heck of a lot of action here tonight. So we've got our Friday PLO free roll tomorrow and ladies' night at Texas Card House. We've got a couple of 1-2s. We've got a 1-3 match a stack game. In the main room with also our 1-3 Thursday night TCH live. So we'll have Bart Hansen coming back here for Monday. I'm going to take Monday night off, I think. All right. The $12 straddle, what do you know? We've got a raise by William the Net and a couple of ones, a couple of rockets. Big Al calling here with the 9 tris. I'm sorry, William. I think I'm going to be rooting here for the 9 tris. 9-3 suited here for Big Al. Unfortunately, that is not going to be the kind of flop you're looking for with that. As William down bets here to 30. Big Al's feeling frisky, though, is he? He's going to race it to 100. And this worked out here for William. I think he often in these spots, he's just kind of putting opponents in position where they have to get out of the hand. And here, induces a small raise and gets a little more out of his opponent than I think he would have normally. There you go. What's going on, David Brailer? Shout out to TCH Live and Mike. Awesome show. I believe out in South Korea. Stuff that inspires me. I know there's people all around the world that are like, hey, this Texas poker thing show is pretty decent. Like, appreciate y'all gathering around. Rear back, hit that like button. Click subscribe. Got a new dealer coming on in, so that means it's Omaha time. So we're going to have a $10 bomb pot, single board, PLO bomb pot. So all right, let's see who's got a winner here. Well, William has got aces. The less than ideal flop for aces, of course, but with ace jack, does give him a straight draw, and I think some players just electing to fold out their hands. Williams also got the ace of spade blocker. We've got Big Al betting. We have no idea what he has, but wouldn't surprise me if ace king nine or. Okay, actually we got a misread. This was 5, 10, jack. William has kind of lamented the fact, okay, so Big Al had flopped top set. Yeah, had the pleasure of playing with William the Net in the cash game the other night, Victoria in the game. We're just splashing around playing a little 1-2. We're getting like $80 quintuple straddles. William woke up with aces once in that and got a pretty good double. I think he won that hand, but out of like the small blind, I got the jam. All right, top pair here for Duck and J Stack and Albert. All the aces are out. Duck's got the best ace though. And J Stack Mets, quick call. Ace is up now here for J Stack. Not Duck's thinking about a raise here. No, actually, it's just going to plop it out here for a call. Thought he might have been grabbing some more chips. I might induce Albert to come on in here one more street. Oh, don't do it, Albert. Oh, don't do it. But he's going to put in a raise here, late position. He does have some outs against J Stack, but Duck in a really awkward spot. It's just, there's got to be one hand out there that has him bested. And he would have made aces up had he called. This game can be really sick sometimes. So Albert inadvertently helps J Stack by putting in a raise. J Stack calling and then forcing Duck to realize that he was probably beat by another hand, and then the 8 smashes on the river. That's a good omen tonight that there's a lot in store for us. That is one unlucky Duck. And it was the 8 of spades, too, according to Mac Fedos, the great steamed Ola. We had somebody that said, okay, Randy, I've never heard of one hand of Omaha at a dealer change. It's not particularly standard. Generally, with bomb pots, we follow it with a button that goes around the table. But for the stream, we do it just with a single board. And if we have enough players that feel comfortable playing Omaha, we seem to have mixed in just a $10 bomb pot for kicks and giggles and a little extra action. That's why I always say, learn the other games. You never know, you might wind up in a good one. So we had a raise up and then a 3-bet here by J-Stack. All right. King high flush draw here for Albert. Everybody else has missed as far as with being able to connect with the board, but J-Stack does have position. So that means he's betting. Trinity Smith is coming to play there soon. Watch out for Trent from Bama. I'll be on the lookout, man. So we had J-Stack bet, and then looks like we had Albert deciding to shove. Actually, he had bottom pair and a flush draw, so my mistake. He had even more than I thought. Join us here amongst the chat. Hit the like button. Click subscribe. If you have not checked out the highlight reels, a great collection of hands. We have Rami bringing some A-plus commentary here in the booth. It's always nice. Just I'm glad to have him back. Out of isolation. Yeah, check out the highlight reel. Some really, really good action from that. Bones had a pretty good night. Big Daddy Chaz was bringing the heat as always. We'll have Bart Hansen here on Monday to commentate on the action. Well, that is a pretty big flop here for J-Stack as flush draw, straight draw. We've got Joseph here with top pair. Now J-Stack's going to raise it here in position. He's a fan of doing here in some of these spots. As connects here with a 4. William had called the initial $10 bet. Here with 5-3 would have made a wheel. But J-Stack bricks. So Joseph going to pick it up here with the top pair 10 kicker. Harold Smudge have a round of Padugi. I think if we ever really wanted to get to that point, I think we would have to update the table a little bit with the sensors to do some more of the mixed games. I would feel really bad for the dealers having to try to connect it here with an RFID table, but I'm sure we could figure it out over time. But maybe a little hand of Raz Doogie. All right, JJJ, are you allowed to be strapped at the table? Depends on with what. Strap with your fanny pack? Absolutely. With a gun, that's a big party foul. That's a no-no. That's you can't do that here. Thankful I've never had to really worry about that. Tyler C. Such passive play. Limp, 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 limp. Raise 2 pair on a super wet board. Good lord. I wouldn't necessarily say it's extremely passive. I think that's pretty standard across along a lot of cash games, unless you got players playing 1-2 with super deep pockets. I wouldn't describe this as one of our more passive tables. All right, we have Aaron raising up here with 10-4. Joseph here with Jack 10. All right, so we continue here on 1-3 match of stack night here on TCH Live. Got 5 stacks north of 1,000. Joseph on the low end, but I can see he's actually added chips here, so. V, where's Kind Butts? I don't know. I haven't seen my son Kind Butts in a while. What's going on with Nick from Yuma? I don't know if Nick's got power back yet, or. First, it was the East Coast that got hit by the hurricane, and then my home state of Iowa just got completely ravaged by a derecho. Like this inland hurricane, it was like a Category 3-esque hurricane that just roared right through the state. And there's still people without power here. That was like 2 weeks ago. So it's, man, we are living in the weirdest of times. But top pair here for Big Al and Joseph. Buddy here with the dude talking, the 10-8 of clubs. So we're rooting extra hard here for Buddy to get this one through. All right, come on. We're thinking club here, guys, because we're going to get called in 2 spots. Nothing against Joseph or Big Al. This is just for our most super dedicated, loyal fans. We all know the 10-8 of clubs is the Mikey Super Special. So that's probably bad news for Buddy. So Buddy fires, banks a club on the end. The power of 10-8 suited there for it. As let's see, Joseph has got more. Let's see with 100 stacks. Just that information always has to be relayed when a player adds on for more chips. So usually with 5-5, you don't have to worry too much about that, but here in the 1-3 game with a lot of chips flying around, it tends to be a more frequent occasion. You get players trying to juice up here as Buddy. You're going to put some piles and piles and gobs of chips out there with the 10-8 suited. There we go. Makes it there on the end. Joseph has not run particularly awesome. He had an ace-king versus queen-jack hand a couple of... It's probably only maybe like a half hour ago or so. Buddy can run up some chips. Not a player I would consider to be on the tight side whatsoever. And he can maneuver up around in a bunch of spots that I think it'd be very entertaining to watch. All right. Off here to our next magical flop of TCH Live. All right. This is our boy, Andy. Give him hell, Andy. Put it right there. Lay out the best flop imaginable. His buddy's got 8s. He's got the Ochos. He's got the Michael Irvin, the Jason Garrett, the 8 and 8. So we got Joseph here with Ace Queen, looking for a little revenge from that last hand. All right, 8s versus Ace Queen. Good flop there for Buddy. He does not necessarily love it, but four ball here on the turn as Buddy's still hand's still best, but see how he fares against some turn aggression. Could probably sense his opponent might be tilted a little bit after that last hand, that he could fire his entire range here at the spot, but so it's up here to Buddy to make a soul read, and he's not buying it. 4 here on the end. Buddy's with the best hand, 8s and 9s with the king. Joseph has got 9s and 4s with an ace, so he may check this back here just for some, I mean, you could hypothetically think like Buddy's got like a queen jack with a queen jack of clubs or jack 10 or something like that, but I'm kind of surprised maybe Joseph didn't try to do it, but I think he may have sensed after Buddy made that last call that I don't think I'm going to be able to get him out of the hand. Andrew Vadine, what's going on, man? I know you're frequent chat contributor, said I would call Joseph's theming pot side bet, screams bluff or nuts. Yeah. Says, is there a min buy-in? I believe it is 200. Most tend to want to be in that 400-500 range at least, or up to 1,000. And I would probably recommend that. I think it's the best way to get yourself in the mix in this game. But some players are more apt. They're more comfortable playing with less big blinds. And, there's a trouble spot here for Joseph as he could be seeing the steam coming right out of his ears if we get the money in, because it is top 2 versus bottom 2. Bryson repping Breonna Taylor, betting 30. And he has gotten raised, so all right, dry board, so no worries of flush draws. Bryson's hand is enormous at this point. Gonna check. A pretty huge bet here by Joseph. 350. With about 7:05 back. I think we're just going to see Bryson. Get it on in there. Jam it in. Well, no, he's going to let him go. Try to bluff himself one more street. Or try to fire off one more. It's not the most awesome card, but it's also unrealistic to think that either one of the players would be hanging out there with King Jack, but Oh, boy. Bryson had gotten an in. He probably would have gotten called there, too. But he probably feels like he's up against a weaker ace and does not necessarily want to give that player the reason to get out of the hand. But a tough swing there for Joseph. Does kind of happen sometimes. I think that's... I think every cash gamer has been there at some point. Just kind of lean into it, try to make it happen, and you run into a guy who's got a pretty strong hand. Andrew Reno got 7-handed in Houston. I think TCH was 9-handed. Crazy, crazy full ring action. But if we go like 9... I mean, we feel strong about going 10-handed here on this table because it is a really massive and long table, so there's enough room that, okay, there's enough spacing for everybody, whereas in the main room it has been 8-handed here since our return. But look at this. We got Aaron had opened, Joseph 3-bet steaming here with King 5 off, J-Stack here to call with King Jack. Just another day here at Texas Card House. So, and second pair here for J-Stack. Here on the Ace Jack at deuce board. 2 clubs, checked all the way through. Aaron here with some 3s. J-Stack puts out a bet and chases everybody out. What's going on, Anab? Out in Pakistan, I believe. Steven with a comment about Breonna Taylor. Okay. There's got to be a way I can talk about this delicately while respecting everybody's free speech right and not enraging. It is a topic of conversation. I don't have all the depths of the details, but Bryson is about as good a human being as you'll meet here at Texas Card House, voicing his support and using that here in the, as he chooses TCH Live username. So I got no hate for the situation. I know we want to react to everything, but let the man be. Let's keep it peaceful here in the chat tonight. I just don't want to go home regretting something I talk about on the political side when I know the easiest thing would be to have just avoided it. Well, we've got a $6 straddle on a call here by Joseph. Yeah, that's cool, man. Steven says I can have my opinion and it's peaceful. Yeah, I know, but it's like, we can be peaceful, but if the only thing it leads to is people bickering with each other and we're not changing our positions on anything, it's just, we just kind of want to argue with something about it. And so my only point being, it's like, yeah, we can have opinions, but just like, let's not turn this into a 40-minute pissing match in the chat. Just all right, here we go. We got Ace Queen versus Deuces. Joseph limp raising with Ace Queen, hits 3 of a kind queens, and we've got a bet here by Big Al. And I mean, I was going to say, if we got a deuce here, Joseph may truly be cursed, but 3 queens hold. Yeah, Chris, we've been here before. I mean, we've we've had many different people represent names. We had the guy who came in as Seth Rich. I just said, okay, we'll leave it at that. Or the guy that says vote for Bernie. Like we've had different people make kind of statements of support for various causes, and you do have the personal responsibility to just be like, okay, I can let this affect me, or I can be really upset. So we got a raise up here by Bryson. Here for Breonna Taylor. There's 7-6 of clubs. Aaron, Duck. We've got how many players in this? We got 5 in the mix. All right, so we've got a 10-10-5 flop, and we've got J stack betting inside of it. Nobody else really connect. You guys are wild. So go ahead, hit the like button for us. Click subscribe. Got our cash games on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays are 5-5. Thursdays are 1-3. Our next PLO stream will be on the 29th. Fireman Scott, and we will have Mike Major and Justin Shaft here for commentary. I think I might just be working here. So, hey, get some downs in, get some dealing in. Keep sharing the mic. Let the H-Town zone step on in here. Aces again here for William. This is now the 3rd time if you include the PLO bomb pot. And not going to get any action, though, unfortunately. But William's getting a little bit of run good here. Andrew Vadine, I could bring hell to chat with a name like Mike supports X political view. Like, yeah, that's... I've even said, even the ability to just even have a non-position is tough. Just like, but he wants you to be either or. I'm like, hey, I'm just taking it all in, trying to evaluate it all, read between the lines, not overreact to too much, appropriately react to whatever else is out there, and keep a skeptical but open-minded view. But I think online has kind of melted our perceptions to a degree that we just, man, we got some really melted cases of online brain of just The craziest shit you've ever heard of. All right, pair of sevens here for Buddy, the over pair. J Stack here with top pair. And a straight draw. So we got Buddy here betting 45, J Stack. And we've got Joseph over calling here with 8 deuce. He does turn a club draw and been steaming a little bit, so that could mean steam means sticky. All right, ace here on the river. Buddy's hand still the best, but yeah, we're going to go check as Buddy flips over those sevens. Yeah, same as without context or explanation, it's a jarring to bring on his name here. I was asking because I generally don't understand the intended outcome. Yeah, I understand that. It's just... Yeah, we're all here to enjoy poker, too, so it's... All right, we got a $10 straddle. All right, we've folded down here to Aaron. Been a frequent visitor here to the 1-3 game here in TCH. And we've got another re-raise here by the net. So 175, he's got ace-king. And he's going to get no action, obviously, but... Gonna show it, aren't you? There you go, Nit. You'll show him. Nope. Pretty standard. Got to do that. Just bomb it there with ace king. But as we continue here on 1-3, we've got a $6 straddle here by the Buddy. Our Buddy. Got him up for maybe about 233 bucks. Got stacked, rebought, ran it back up. Bryson, represented Breonna Taylor, and here with a raise up. Here with some nines. What's going on, Matt White? Nines here for Bryson. Buddy with the $6 straddle. Certainly in position to be able to defend that. And off we go as king, not queen, 7. Tough board here for Bryson, but he can be compelled to continue here at least once. Buddy here with the overs and a straight draw. Though in his mind, he may only be playing for the 1 over of the ace, so. Way to go, check. Or no, Bryson bets 105. Aggression pays off as going to go pick up the hand as appreciate you joining us here in the chat about that time of the night where Let us know where you are watching from. Hit us up wherever you may be throughout this world of ours. We still don't. Somebody asked an appropriate question. Where is Nick from Yuma? I do not know. I'm getting worried. Has he ate today? Did he get some water? Did anybody tell him we care about him? It's a vital part of our success. We got Aaron opening here with Ace Jack. Quick call here by Joseph, and we got Big Al out of the small blind. Going to call here with the King 10 of Spade. With Partridge Boy out in Liverpool. Top pair here for Aaron. Gutter ball here for Joseph. Second pair for Big Al. Christian, you're in the Yay area. I'm going to assume that's the Bay Area. Bet a 30 call, or excuse me, bet a 60 call, a 60. And trip aces. Now here for Aaron, he's got a lock in this because a jack would make him a full house. Yeah, I got to trace out here. Joseph's going to get out of here, but... Ed, my state is on fire. No card rooms equal California. Yeah, that seems to be peak 2020. What else? What is next? I'm not sure I want to know. We went from the murder hornets to the virus to massive heat waves. Kevin Marbury out in Dayton, Ohio. What's going on in the Dayton Flyer territory? Probably excited about Obi Toppin potentially figuring out which team will draft him here with the NBA draft lottery tonight. Am I the only guy excited about that? The draft lottery. Figure out who's going to be the top 14. Just me? All right. Okay, fine. Just me. All right, we got Albert here with a raise with ace 5. Big Al going to fold the ace 9. Jordan Smale says Sydney, Australia. Checking on in. All right, we have the ace high flush draw here for Albert in the wheel draw. The buddy's got the jack of spades, and sometimes he'll be compelled to play these spots, but he'll take a turn and we'll give Buddy some straight outs. Joseph actually does have the best hand with a pair of 5s, but a lot he's being drawn against, including that card there that smashes the river here for Albert. Of course, it's the 8 of spades. If only the great Steam Dolo would have been here to point that out, but bet a 100. Joseph had called off here with his 5 of spades. Albert's going to scoop the pot. Ryan saying the Detroit Pistons better get that number 1. I'm hoping it's those Minnesota Timberwolves. I tell you, it better not be the Warriors. That is. Oh, that would make me so sick. The Warriors get the number 1 pick here. That would be pretty gross, but we don't know. I don't know if this is really the great draft class or not, but Yeah, I'm probably the only one of the few out of our audience that cares. But Nick Crank out in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. All right, we got J Stack opening here for 75. As always, shout out to Texas Streetcars. I think you can find them on Facebook. J Stack, a big part of that organization. They got some pretty sweet rides they're showing off. All right, and we'll pick it up there as Joseph's steaming a little bit, so he's been playing a few more extra hands out of the ordinary. Ryan sucks that whoever grabs Cassius Winston will be happy with the steal. Yeah, that dude can play. Always one of those guys that plays for a couple of years in college and turn into something once they get in the right situation. But seeing that with the Mavs, how about those Dallas Mavericks? Luka and the boys getting it done. We had Boban just crushing worlds last night. It was so fun to watch that game. All right, we got Big Al here with some ace jack happening. Chris Cash says, forget Nick from Yuma. Where's Yukon Brad Booth? Yeah, I'm not the guy that deeply sourced enough to have an answer for you, buddy. Ryan saying, let's go Blazers. I don't think there's anybody right now rooting for the Lakers too much, unless you're a hardcore Lakers guy or lady. Everyone I seem to encounter is not as rooting for Dame time. So we got Joseph putting it in here for 290 with ace 5. We've got a call by ace jack and a chop. Chopperooskies. Gambling Johnny chop. Queens and sixes with an ace. Whatever happened to that guy? Gambling Johnny chop. Used to be here in the chat all the time. Let's see. This is Austin. John, I do not have any additional news about TCH Dallas that we haven't already repeated. So no new news here at this point. What's going on? We got Mark Wolverine Payne. Check out his YouTube channel. Misadventures of Mark Wolverine Payne. Watching from Shelton, Washington. So we've got a $100 straddle placed out here. Or it might have been like a 70. Wait, there was. Okay, it was 75. Okay, that makes more sense. So Buddy gets to open here with ace 10 of clubs. Aaron now here with queen 9 of clubs. Shout out here to Jack Sanchez. You get a shout out. And Bryson's going to pick up a straddle there, 75. Matt White, no Tom Brenneman comments tonight. Yeah, you're never going to hear me. That's I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tom Brenneman. He got caught with the hot mic saying something pretty insulting. That's probably going to cost him his career, and it's one of the first lessons you learn here in the industry, that the mic is always on, so that I know if I at least say something stupid and maybe insulting, it's within the grounds. So like, who I am on the stream is generally who I am in real life. There's not I might be a little more explicit, I think, off, but I've always tried to stay the same person out there and in here on the mic. So yeah, I've always tried to keep that consistency to the point that you don't run into a situation like that. All right, so we've got 8-4 deuce. 3 players in the mix. They all miss, so it's going to be Big Al being the aggressor here as he bets 75. Joseph here with the wheel draw. Bet a 30. Check and call. 4 on the end. So Big Al, I think, has steamed Joseph off the table as he paired up his jack. Jeremy Rodriguez, I tell you all a COVID-19 joke, but there's a 99.7% chance you wouldn't get it. Well, I don't think that's the actual numbers. I do have one question to speak out loud, because there's always this sort of like, you have a 0.001%, or like, you ever see that where like you have, like, is that like an actual number calculated by all the varying factors of it? Like, you know, like if you make an odds, you get odds for things in life, like, so something about that number just seems very simplified, and it's not like taking the entire thing into equation. But on second thought, I really don't want to have a COVID argument tonight. It is very mind-numbing. Thanks, John. Says Youngblood's honestly the reason I keep coming back. Action is meh. Chat is usually fun, but the prime time announcing. Cash money. All right, so Brianna Taylor here with the raise up, a.k.a. Bryson. As J-Stack had called him here in the hijack. Duck, 3-betting. Here to 75. Come on, J-Stack, you've got an ace. You got money out there. You can see he wants to fold. He wants to fold, but it's just I'm going to go ahead and give it up. Charles Isaac, where's Vittorio? Probably living his best life. Back at school, I think. Joshua Stringer, couple numbers people don't want to talk about. 36 ended up being with neurological. Yeah. I mean that's the point. It's just like we've seen people have varying effects from it, so it's just like I see where people are coming from, but when we construct this and we narrow it down to the very simplest explanation, and then we just rally around that as if to not leave any complexity into the mix. That's what irks me. It's like we're not even left room to be able to acknowledge some of the other stuff. It's just like, well, if you didn't die, what's your problem? So, all right, top pair here for Aaron. Everybody else, we got J-Stack here with a gutter ball. So we've got Aaron here with a bet of 130. And Aaron going to do a safe check back. I think if I'm playing against Jay Stack, I'm keeping into account the situations where, like, he absolutely can float you there with bottom pair, and Aaron bets there. Probably does not get any more money out of him. Checks back. Gets a river bluff. Chino bringing up a very important point. At the end of the day, the earth is still flat. All right, that's a point we can all rally around. All right, as we continue, $6 straddle. Bryce going to raise up here with some deuces, some ducks. And Big Al, this has been like the night of aces. I don't know how many guys have picked up aces here tonight, but Big Al here on the upswing says, I'm the best Al. Let's here on the table. Oh, buddy is offering people to get coffee here. That kind of guy. We've got pretty awesome coffee machines here at Texas Card House. Once we even get to winter time, we get a lot of people drinking the chicken broth. Steamed Ola, espresso advocate, a huge fan of our machines. So you get late in the night, need a little extra jolt. I myself prefer the C4 energy drink, Super Brain Performance Fuels. I've not secured yet an endorsement deal, but I endorse them as wholeheartedly as a product. And I hope they send me many free cans. C4 Super Performance Energy Drink, the official drink of Dude Talking. All right, we have William the Net raising up here to 40. All right, says Buddy. J Stack apologizing in advance. All right, 775. Big Al will go ahead and bet his bottom. Two pair, 7s and 5s. I don't know why Williams' RFID is not reading. It seems to be he's over the dot. So I'm feeling pretty disrespected. So Big Al has turned a flush draw. Now has 5s full, but William raised 40. What are you trying to get? What do you think he has, like 10s? 10's probably what he has. So he must have ace queen. No, that's what he has. Oh, he has queens? Okay. Yeah, he's been picking up all the big hands here, but as we see here, it's a pretty bad river there for William, and he is going to call, but yeah, I think that was some self-inflicted pain there. Oh, here's a hot take for you. Elsinore Brewing, over half the population of Europe was wiped out by the bubonic plague in the Middle Ages. The Western world was not even discovered, and suddenly COVID-19 is this evil killer disease. Yeah, I remember that that technological advancement there in the Middle Ages that was readily available to stop disease. That's quite a leap of gap of time in there. Well, back in our old day, the bubonic plague hit us. What are you crying about? I love that take. I love that take. Partridge Boy bringing up Jonathan Little. I don't know if you guys saw that Jonathan Little poker channel did a hand breakdown from TCH Live, so I think that's the first time we've gotten a shout-out on that program. Shout out to our friend Queen of Felt, excuse me. I still don't know why she calls herself Queen of Felt. I think it should be Queen of the Felt. But maybe that's like a Russian thing where there's not the connotation of the before stuff. Either way, it's a conversation I'll have to have with her sometime. We get her back here to Texas. Buddy, Joseph, and Albert. So pick it up here and continue. 1-3. Match a stack. We got Moose Duty here in the mix. Chino, poker is a game invented by the devil. I don't think he invented it, but he had a hand in playing the first versions of it, I think. Victorious Dustin. It's because she is queen of all felts. Yeah, that's probably true, but you know, it's like we put the in front of stuff. Like the Ohio State, the TCH Live. Chino, has anyone challenged or played Polk Heads Up? That Landon Tice kid, that 21-year-old wizard, apparently was playing on the stream, on the Sulphur Y stream yesterday. It looked like they're playing, I think, like 2-4 or 3-6, like heads up. Speaking of which, we had Albert raised to 16. The old J stack with some J, some jacks. Yeah. Polk is streaming, but he's not, like, putting out his card, so, like, I don't see the point of watching it. He's a very funny dude. I just don't find him all that interesting to watch if there's not going to be the cards there. That just seems kind of silly. I get it as to why he wouldn't, though. All right, bet at 125. We got some linguists here in the chat getting it. This J stack bets 125. We'll shove Albert out. Fraught with peril. Polk is entertaining, but I think this D next Polk matchup will be closer than people think. Yeah, it is probably always going to matter on the number of hands they chose. I think Daniel is a player that's capable of learning a specific craft. If he's focused intently on it, that he's passable and not like a huge dog, but as it looks like we're going to have a dealer change, so that means we're going to have a PLO bomb pot, but yeah, Mark, this is Mike could be something simple. His name was already taken. She had to use the word in front or combine the words together. I think it's probably more of a language thing and how like Russians tend to structure language. Either way, it's a sweetheart. We appreciate her. Gave us a nice gift basket. Gave me a mug. Appreciate her helping us get the word out about TCH Live. Fraud with paler hands supposed to be 10K to 20K. All right. Elsinore bringing in some climate change takes. Yeah, I have some skepticism about that, but I do think we should try to take care of the earth. Don't pollute. Don't be an a-hole. Beyond that other stuff, you know, I haven't looked. I have not looked too deeply into it, but enough that I could say it, defer to the people who actually study and take care of it. So, a lot of crazy stuff out there, though. Doug Polk is just a hater. What did Tom say that got him booted? Oh, he referred to Kansas City in a very negative light in regards to homosexuals. So it's all right. So we've got Joseph back in. He's got middle pair and a straight draw. I actually got a wrap here. 4 comes here on the turn. His buddy has bet both flop and turn. And 3 9s here for Joseph. Well, what does Buddy have here? Does he have aces and 9s and made a full house here on the end? Does he have a similar kind of drawing hand? He's taking his time here, so my guess would be like an ace-9, Jack X hand, maybe a 9-6. Come on, let's see what was it. What did he show? He just showed the old aces full. Okay, so yeah, he had a real big hand. I had a spidey sense of maybe that was the case, but you never know with Buddy. You just never know. Trying to catch up with y'all here in the chat. You're home for solving all of the world's problems here in the TCH Live chat box. I don't know if you guys saw Marley Cordero's really good video. She did some kind of spoof. I think it was kind of making fun of Mike Matisow. That poker players, for some reason, have this innate ability to believe that they do, because of how intelligent I generally think a lot of some levels of the player pool are, that it's just like, well, of course, this knowledge extends to everything. So I am the expert of everything. So I've always kind of tried to stick to moderation, accept what I do and don't know. Realize there could be some many things you don't know. And here we go. Here we go. We've got Albert raising up front. I have to do a tutorial on how to get these cards read here, boys. Off we go. King, Queen, Deuces, Jack 10. J stacks in, so what does he have, like 9, 5 suited? Yep. All right, they've got the lottery announcement here, so we've got bottom set here for Aaron. Let's see what Albert. All right, so Aaron bets his deuces, Albert calls. And the last card I think Aaron wanted to see there. Quick check there by Albert. But that is a card that Aaron definitely does love to see. So he makes deuces full. Let's see what will be the cost of the trip to Value Town here by Aaron. That's the price, $175. And we see the ace there, so Albert had checked back a straight. I didn't see what the second card was, but so Albert is going to scoop it here as we continue. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the draft lottery. They're announcing who the top selection or the which teams will be selecting where for the basketball. Miguel Contreras, Arkansas, checking in. But we will have a deck change as we continue here on 1-3 Match Stack. My name is Mike Youngblood. You can follow me on Instagram at HoopsMike. You can follow us here at Texas Card House, TCH.ATX on the gram, or at Texas Card House, or TCH.HTX Instagram, TCH.RGV, of course, for TCH.Dallas. So sign up for text updates. Text TCH Dallas to 21000. So 21,000. Text TCH Dallas to sign up for text updates. I think my Timberwolves still have a shot maybe to get a top 3 pick. All right, here we go. We've got a raise up here by William. And there we go. Queen 8 deuce is J Stack with a 9 triz. All right, Joseph here with top pair here on the board. Rivers and ace. J-Stack tried to do a little bluff there on the end, but picked off. All right, Aaron Sid with about 2,900. Bryson, a.k.a. Breonna Taylor, 2,100. Joseph rebought back here into the game. Big Al and Buddy doing decent. I think J-Stack has been kind of fluctuating, but you got William the Net here with a $6 straddle. All right, so the last four teams in the lottery, the Warriors, the Wolves, the Bulls, and the Hornets have the chance for the number one pick. So they're announcing who the fourth through third and all that stuff is. It's not going to be the Bulls. The Bulls are fourth, so down to the Warriors, Timberwolves, and Hornets. I'm sorry if you don't find this interesting. But this is like my Super Bowl. All right, down to the Wolves and the Warriors. Hornets get 3. So that means my Minnesota Timberwolves get the number one pick in the NBA draft. We don't have a hell of a lot to cheer about, but this one I will shout from the rooftops of glee. We got the number one pick. All right, back here to the action. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. All right, here we go. King 8-5 here between aces, ace 7 suited, and ace queen. As bet and a call. J-Stack calling him in position, and actually is going to turn a flush draw. Brandon saying another career gets killed in Minnesota. Yeah, that has been the trend that has been followed. But Aaron here with a bet at 255 here on the turn. J-Stack's going to call here with the ace-high flush draw. Does have some bluffing opportunities here on the end. A 9-ball comes here on the river. Aaron technically has the best hand with ace-queen high. He's going to check over here to J-Stack. And J-Stack just going to check it back. And ace-queen, good. So Aaron picks it up, profiting 465 on that hand. A little surprised if J-Stack's going to call that 2 streets when he gets checked too. I mean, he could be thinking in his mind too that Aaron's doing that to try to induce the bet, but obviously since we can see the cards here from this angle that, hey, it's kind of tough. You could think that he could be sitting there with a weak king or queens, jacks, tens and just elect to have you try to bluff off for a lot, but all right, so we got J-Stack opening here with 3 deuce high, the 3 deuce suited. Nobody will play. What a crime against humanity there. Nobody gets a match up there with that 3 deuce of hearts. All right, so we got Bryson here with the raise up here to 35. J Stack here with Ace King. All right, J Stack had 3-bet here to 105. Bryson sitting with about 2,100. And what a flop there for Bryson, as he's got a straight flush draw. Paired board, though. Bottom end of the straight draw, but J Stack is going to bet 100 here at this. So what's going on? The usual suspect. Greetings and salutations, as always. And I'm going to go ahead and take it down as so he's seen a fair amount of straddles here. Buddy's away from the table, so we'll see if he comes back. All right, so we have got Duck with a raise up here to 20. Got Joseph calling here with King 7 suited, and William has got Ace King again. Go figure. He's picked up aces a couple times, his Ace King a couple of times, he had queens, but now he's finally got some action here as Joseph stuck here a little bit, was kind of steaming earlier, might be coming back. William has completely missed. William had 3-bet in position. Now I'm going to fire this here with Ace King high. And we absolutely will see a call. We will see a raise here as quick pitch and give up. There by William. What's going on, John Shack? I guess I haven't seen the old John Shack here in a while. He's probably out there crushing. I think won a free roll last Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but the past Wednesday. Dealt that guy a set, knocked out 2 players, and was already Walker Gibson, Jeezel, Sheezel, as they call him. All right, J Stack here with some ducks. There's Duck with some King 9. And everybody else out of the mix. So Ace, ace, 5. Ducks can go ahead and bet it. These seem to be like the spots of J-Stack where they loves to bluff catch. Just kind of always talks himself into believing there's no way that Duck has bet 250 into this pot. There's definitely not 250 in the middle. He's essentially just saying, I've committed to this and just putting the money in and just shutting out J-Stack from being able to do too much. But it's unusual, but I think it's going to work. Even if, say, like, J-Stack gets it in, the turn is going to potentially give Duck 3 more outs to be able to counterfeit the underpair. And J-Stack going to give it up. He did have the better hand, but it was just such an awkward position for him to be in. So as we continue here, hand 49. Duck had limped here with ace-king. Joseph limping right behind him, but I do not suspect that will be the case here. Yep, Big Al will at least make a raise on the button. Bryson kind of squeezed here in the middle with ace-jack off. John Shack saying the Mavs looking good. Do you think the KP ejection, why it's not 2-0 Mavs? I think they're an evenly matched team. The Luka factor, he's just so great at carrying that team that was a pretty bogus ejection, but I think the series being even was a pretty good estimation as to where these two teams are going to be at, and the separating point tends to be game 5 and 6, so let's see if the Mavs can hang on. But I love watching that team, man. They're fun to watch. All right, ace-jack and ace-king. Oh, Bryson did manage to get it in. There was so much money out there, Bryson decided to gamble and rivers the jack against ace-king. That happened very fast. So then Duck re-added up here to 500. So it went raise up. I got to go to the replay here and see how the hell did that, what in the world happened there? Duck 3 bets to 150. Big Al had thought about calling. Okay, so Duck 3 bet 150, and then Bryson just decided they just wound up getting it in 3 or 4 bet. Well, that was certainly something. Vladimir Putin, vote Putin 2020. The Russians even let those people vote? Is it just, if you vote for anybody else, we come in and shoot you? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and click remove on that comment. No Putin campaigning here in our chat box. Get that stuff out of here. All right. We've got Aaron opening. Poor Duck. Duck got Bryson in, dead to 3 outs. And binks it. All right, we got the J Stack, the Duck, and the Aaron. Some floor staff helping us get the chips put together there. So Duck and rebuy. Brendrum says, go Raptors. Hell yes. Rooting for the Raptors as well. The pride of the University of Northern Iowa. Nick Nurse, head coach. From near my neck of the woods. A damn fine squad up north. Checks all the way through. Ace Queen High still best. And let's check their 2 streets. When can a person reserve? You just call the front desk, and right as soon as the stream is done, you can get on the list here for the stream next week. So if you want to get in the mix, call us here at Texas Card House in Austin. Good luck, Mike. I got my TCH shirt and America card room patches for a big tourney this weekend. Have a good night. Gonna go watch the Lakers. Now I'm going to have that open here on the side. Still just want to pay attention to this. Hopefully be able to watch the end of the game by the time this stream is over with. All right, we got to raise up here to 20. Albert going to call here with some 4s. Big Al not feeling the king 10. Bryson going to call here on the button with the ace 6 off. Kind of relatively small raise with the straddle out there. So Aaron's like, all right, well, there's chips out there. I'll call with the queen 6 off as we'll get change here for the big blind. As Joseph will scan it. And here we go. 9-7 deuce. Nobody has really hit this. Aaron, the only player with a spade in his hand. Now Bryson has paired up his ace, a.k.a. Breonna Taylor. Fraught with Peril says, go Flyers, go Sixers. Not a good time to be a Sixers fan right now. They're not doing pretty good. All right, bet here by Bryson. Three of spades here on the end as Bryson's still best. So Albert is thinking about betting here. Albert's going to try to rep his spade. There's 4 spades out. And it works. Good bet there, Albert. We're very proud of you. Stepping up his game here on the stream. One in the dome, so someone do me a favor, write your boy's name for next stream. I'm afraid I can't do that, but. So if you are traveling from out of town and you want to make like accommodations, just let somebody know at the front desk that the kind of time period that you're looking to get involved, I'd say at least give us a week or 2 or 3 in advance. Poppert says he sounds like the guy from Seinfeld. What's the deal with 3 betting on the button? You get last to act. Why wouldn't you just let him catch up? I'm not sure. All right, we had Buddy raising here to 15. We got J Stack here with King Jack suited. Joseph here with some 8s. Buddy here is going to be looking at a 3-bet from J Stack. Buddy not feeling too strong about the ace-10, so we got a flip here. King Jack and 8s. And the 8 of spades right there in the window. Now a turn here of a jack here for J Stack. So J Stack has made the nuts. Joseph had flopped a set. And this run out is just awful. Just awful here for Joseph. I mean, I guess you can't necessarily blame him for the flop jack. He maybe could have shown some aggression there on the turn, but it's... J-Stack's going to get paid off here as the runner goes straight. Poppert asked, he asked the question, what's your opinion on Lone Star beer? I think it's fine. Like, I've never... It was one of the first beers I had once I moved here to Austin. I'm like, all right, I got to try Lone Star because apparently it's... It is a bar if I don't... It is a beer that I will drink, especially if I don't feel like spending a lot of money at the bar. Like, I'm just like, hey, I just want to have like 1 or 2. But I've not gone to a bar in like 4 or 5 months, so... I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. Just all right hanging out at home, but might be contributing to my madness, you guys. All right, we got to raise up here after the $6 straddle. Big Al here with the Jack 7. Fraud with Peril. Isn't Lone Star the beer from True Detective? Yes, it is. Need to go watch that first season. Roy saying Lone Star needs to be cold. Absolutely. If there's ever more of a premium reason to, above all else, like you've got to have that cold. Warm it is. I want to say absolutely effing disgusting. Cold's pretty good. Rice in there with the 3-bet and able to pick up the pot. Ethan, candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker. Ain't that the truth? I went the IPA route again last night. I was like, all right, I'm only going to have 1. Then that turned into 2. Then that turned into 3. Was certainly not. I had 5. Woke up hating myself. It's like, why did I do that again? All right, there's 3,400, the big stack here, Aaron, sitting with the most. So at any point, any player wants to buy up to it, that is the max that they can buy in for. Jody's DJCS says, I still say Chuck Norris 2020. Not even bureaucracy can stop Chuck Norris. IPAs are great. We need the new hazy. I just don't know why I don't love the hazy stuff. I just feel like I'm drinking effing orange juice or something. Like it just doesn't work. I'll drink it if somebody gives it to me, but I'm just not. No, I'm not in the mood. All right, 10-7, 10-9 East Deuce. Top pair here for Duck and Joey, a.k.a. the Joseph. Duck here with a better 10. Aaron here with bottom pair and some backdoor hearts. Could be compelled here with position. The chance to be able to see this get checked all the way through. A little loose call, but certainly a hand you could absolutely take a card off on. What's going on, Nathan Vasquez says, what the heck is up, my fellow poker degens? What's good? And Joseph leads the turn here for 150. Oh, he's going to get Duck out. And Joseph has turned a club draw here with his hand as well. Aaron, you're going to call one more street just in case Joseph's steaming a little bit and missing. But as we see, Joseph's got the best hand, and I'm not sure if this is a value bet or a bluff, but it is certainly designed to look like a bluff. So Aaron here, does he make the ultimate hero call? Does Joseph have a hand like Jack 9, Queen Jack, 9-7? He bet the flop, he bet the turn, and now he's betting the river. So I can see why Aaron's thinking about it, because he's just thinking this is a guy that has been getting really poppy here tonight and has been pretty splashy. Has been really been trying to make some things happen. Is the board conducive for that? So where I think maybe Aaron may have sensed some weakness. It may have just been that weaker in the whole spectrum of things. That Joseph could have definitely been betting a 10, fearing that he was trying to have to push out a king, I guess. I do not know. All right, there was Poppert. How's that one guy's weight loss bet going where he has to walk on the treadmill like 35 miles? Oklahoma's given daily updates on a thread I'm in, and he's determined, man. He and Rami are both working pretty hard. I think Oklahoma's trying to. I mean, he's putting a lot of activity in. So in the Texas heat, he has the right idea. I think the weight loss part is not going to be the part that I think that is difficult for him. He will be able to lock that down, but it will also be after losing the 40 pounds that he needs to within 75 days, have built up his system so that he can do the walk here for 35 miles, which is not, it's not undoable. You just have to worry about, knees, ankles, feet, all that kind of stuff breaking down on you. So we have Joseph raising on the button with 6 deuce. Albert here to call with ace king. Bryson here with some 5s. And there you go. There's bottom pair for Joseph. Screams right ahead against these other two hands. Joseph Zach, I think he's going to be able to pick this up. Bet at 375. I'd be surprised if Albert floated this. Bob says that's a lot of weight to lose that fast. Also, Brooklahoma also kind of hoodwinked him a little bit in that maybe Bryson might decide to call here. He's thinking something squirrely's happening there. He doesn't know that Joseph's betting with his bottom pair. Brooklahoma kind of sandbagged it a little bit and chugged like a bunch of water before the challenge, so his weight loss number would be kind of artificially raised. So in reality, he's losing 30 pounds in 75 days, which, although not easy, there was a lot of different ways to do it. And all right, queen 8-6, 6 ball here on the turn. So Joseph has made 3 6s. And now if you're Bryson, you might feel stronger about your 5s, because any hand that just c-bets and misses, your ace-x's, your jack-10s, your king-jacks, any kind of weird. And he's just going to go ahead and jam this. Just open rips here on the turn. It kind of looks like a bluff. Not Bryson here with a decision. It is a pretty massive bet here. I'm going to shove in 1.7K after a 375 flop bet. So with like 750. Yeah, I mean, it's well over the size of the pot for sure. And it's going to fold as we'll show it. The old 6 Dewey. Proper, you guys should make a side bet where he has to do the 35-mile walk, but the only liquid he could drink is Born Lone Star. That, he would not do that. That's too much money to throw in a relatively stupid element to it. Like, it would not be good for his health either. I mean, it would be really badass, but like, you know, we're not a 21-year-old kid. You got to have water for that kind of stuff. Andrew Vadine calls it a greedy turn shove. Yeah, I'd say so. I think maybe you're hoping that you're getting paid off by anybody that paired up a queen, I guess, but yeah, he's either tilted or having fun. Sometimes both can look the same if you're just playing ridiculous. Either way, come on down to Texas Card House if you want to have that experience. So Aaron had raised here in the hijack with King 9 suited. Again, up front, offsuit, I don't like it. Late position, it's suited. Hey, it's playable. As we get top pair here for J-Stack, pair and a straight draw for Buddy. Open ender for Duck. Duck's going to come out betting. All right, Buddy here to call with a second pair. Calls a 175. A J-Stack here with top pair and a straight draw here to a 3. Should be the lower end of the straight. Four ball here on the turn, so Buddy's still with the best hand, 5s and 4s with an 8. But Duck here with the overs and the open ender. Sim with about 686 is going to check it back, take a freebie. Boom, deuce on the end. All right, 5s and 4s. Buddy is going to deuce the bet. I'm pretty sure he calls any bet here on the river, but unless he, yeah, he's going to check it back. So 5s and 4s with an 8, good for Mr. Buddy. As keep it moving here on TCH Live. Be back in 1 minute. Hold on, guys.
To the second nutter. And a pair. The old 8-9 would have poked me in the eye. That's, I mean, I was like, me too. I mean, I was like the bottom of my column, second pair, and a gutter. Backdoor flush.
Here we got J Stack raising here with a couple of 9s. Up here to 105. And I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. All right, guys, if you've not done so yet, take a good look at that thumbs up button, that like button. Go crush the like. Unleash hell right there on the like button. All y'all here on TCH Live Nation. The kind of support we can all rally around. Go be your best bat self. Go crush that like button for your Uncle Mikey here on TCH Live. 1-3 Match the Stack edition. As we do every Mondays and Thursdays and Sunday. And the occasional Saturday PLO free roll. Or not the, PLO stream. With the fireman Scott Delaney. Nick from Yuma. He is alive. Moop s'mores, moop s'mores. And all right, folded around. William the net. Raise up here to 60. Duck here with a call. J Stack with a call. Watch this come deuce 3-5 or something. Everybody sharing their outs. Queen deuce 5. It's one of my favorite games here to play is guess the flop. No, that was just a big draw there for Big Al. We got a flop straight here for J Stack. Top pair and a straight draw for Duck. How did this get checked all the way through? Are you kidding me? All right, bet of 100 call all the way around. Oh, and it gets in on the end. Big Al has made Broadway. J-Stack's going to be up against the higher straight. Big Al also has the King of Clubs blocker, but... Oh, there you go. So we've got... Nathan Vasquez says, like the video, you MFers. I wouldn't take it that strong, man. I'd say, hey, I will try not to ever threaten you, our wonderful audience here at TCH Live. We do appreciate hearing comments and feedback. Here in the comments section, though I am kind of like, this has always been something that has fascinated me over the years of like commenters wanting to call people donks no matter what level. This guy's a donkey. I mean, hey, you ever right to say what you want? I'm just, it just always makes me laugh when I see it. That's just like the chat pros. I wish I could hug y'all. But hey, I'm feeling a little extra skipper here. My Minnesota Timberwolves are going to have the #1 pick in the weirdest NBA draft of all time. Makes me feel like getting a massage from Texas Royal Touch for the cost of $1.50 a minute. Have a fine licensed massage therapist here to give you the Royal Touch. As top pair here for Bryson. Bottom pair in a straight draw for Big Al. Ryan Hudson, this commentator is a donk. Most likely. All right, top two here for Bryson. Timberwolves are donks. Yeah, that's true. Oh, they are definitely donks. That's not. But we're approaching mediocrity. We're getting there. And it's going to be Bryson. Take it out. Thanks, Popper. You're the best poker announcer and best live poker stream on YouTube. Let the comments donk as they donk. Appreciate that. I think there's plenty of folks that share that sentiment, but it's not that it ever, like, personally affects. It's just like you read it. You're just like, what? Where is this coming from? Like, why are people so mad on YouTube? And that's, like, all across the board. It's not even, like, just our channel. Like, if you just go to a Joe Rogan comment section. Chase Stack already speculating what the commentators are going to sound like. All right, we got Bryson here with some jacks. Looks like it was a $15 straddle. $15 double straddle, excuse me. So we got J-Stack calling here with 10-8 offsuit. Kids, don't try this at home. And off we go. Jacks versus 10-9 and 10-8. Both the 10 highs will brick. Pot of 174. Bet of 75. Everybody's asking what's up with Buddy's haircut. Buddy's just kind of an eccentric, funny dude. I mean, he's a manly dude. He's pretty nice to all the staff here. So he's got his own style. That's what I appreciate about him. Popper, people are mad on YouTube because their mom bought the wrong Hot Pockets. I don't know. I think people just do get their rocks off, just venting out some anger, trying to get some attention. I have certainly been in the same position, but there is some stuff that I'm just like, this is amazing. This is one of the most amazing comments I've ever read. I got a raise up here by the Big Al. The only real Big Al, though, is Big Al Bundy. Once scored 4 touchdowns for Polkai. That's the real Al, in my opinion. All right, we got the J-Stack here with the 3-bet to 125. Duck here with Ace-Queen. Ron. You done messed up, Ron. You got Ace-King here in the big blind. And there you go. Bet at 450. Yeah. So J-Stack's gonna call? Gonna call half a stack here with King Jack offsuit. Duck is going to put his remaining 311 in the middle. Here with Ace Queen suited. So that means what? We're going to have a side pot. Next only got 321. J-Stack calls that, so. Quack, quack, Mr. Ducksworth. Dude, I had Hot Pockets when I was 17. On the very first day that we invaded Iraq, this was an old microwave where the timer broke. So I was like 17. So at my parents' house, I left the Hot Pocket in the microwave. It kept going for 30 minutes and almost started the house on fire. Speaking of on fire, Aaron is certainly in fuego, flopping top pair. J-Stack's going to push his money all in. He's drawing pretty thin. He's up against Ace-King. Some potential chop opportunities. Not going to get it, though. Aaron is going to scoop it all as Ace-Queen and King-Jack both get a lot of money in. Against the worst hand. Yeah, I think maybe J-Stack's tilting a little bit. But right there, I would have thought maybe the 4-bet right out of there would have just scared King-Jack. And yeah, J-Stack likes to play a lot of hands. Sometimes, we've seen him have massive wins on the session, but that might be the candidate for the steamdola punt of the night. But yeah, Hot Pockets. I was so enamored by what was happening, the fact that we were actually engaged in warfare, that I was just glued to the TV for a half hour in my parents' basement where I lived as a high school senior. So let me preface that. But all of a sudden I smell smoke and I realized, oh, you know what? I have made a huge mistake. So I walk in and I see this microwave is on fire. Whatever remained of the Hot Pocket was charred and a small flame. And completely, it just made the house stink for like a month. My parents were not thrilled with me, but once I explained, they kind of understand. So that's Uncle Mikey's story time for the night. Old trip back to the past. My youth and innocence. A lot of folks disagreeing there with that King Jack call there by J Stack. Yeah, I was really surprised by that too. I thought he may have had a little sense that he's not been the most disciplined. And he likes to play a lot of hands. And I think against some weaker players, you can definitely be profitable that way. You just got to be able to pick your spots, and it's always a bit of a guessing game. Oh, hey, shout out JTN 1968, $5 in the super chat saying, is this the steamed Ola punt of the night? All right, double gutted here for William. Has anybody actually have a straight here for Aaron, who is in fuego right now? We've got William with the double gutter. Duck here with the same straight draw up with the Jack 10. And I think he just needs to get up from the table here for a moment. It's not been as awesome as a session I think he's maybe hoping for. Jack on the turn probably could help get William paid. Excuse me, could help get Aaron paid. And we'll bet to 100. Ask William to decide if he wants to pay this off. Robert saying your chart hot pockets for the WMDs we were looking for. How is Moose Duty? How is it that you can cook a hot pocket and it'd be molten lava and ice cold simultaneously? Yeah, that was hot pocket. Then they came up with lean pockets. Used to have a bunch of those. I mean, this is Jim Gaffigan's bit, so I'm not going to do a whole rant on. Like, he's been doing the Hot Pockets thing for like 20 years. Like, that's. He's got the claiming. He's got the ownership rights to that. But as we continue, we've got now a PLO bomb pot. The gentleman Greg, the legendary Greg, here into the box. Amongst the familiar faces here at Texas Card House. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had a hot pocket or lean pocket. Every once in a while you got to throw in something where you're just like, hey, I've got 2 minutes. I just need something now. It's relatively edible. But yeah, it's been quite a. Jay Stack bringing the blockers argument, and I think I want to be able to extract from this because I understand the logic behind it too. That it's just like, okay, well, I'm blocking kings and jacks, and I don't know. Maybe there's got to be some layer of subtlety to using blockers as far as like realistically. There's just something in the flaw. There's something flawed within it, and I can't exactly wrap my mind around it. All right, see if everybody can read their cards. According to this, Joseph has 9s full, but something's not right here. The board's wrong. Okay, the board is not 966. All right, 656. So we got Buddy with the overpair of queens. Aaron here with 7s and a straight draw. I think Big Al is getting on up. Buddy looks like maybe must have rivered Queen's full. Or turned it. So it does look like we have a queen here on the river, but okay. Went to the turn. So Aaron just tried to bet like his sevens, the gutter ball maybe to a 4. Then Buddy just goes ahead and smashes the turn. What's going on, Ernesto, aka The Way, from Portugal? Ryan says, you sipped on what kind of beer? No, this is a Rain Inferno Red Dragon energy drink. 0 sugar. Probably too much sodium, but enough little caffeine boost here to power us into the power hour at 9 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time. As looks like we're going to get a new player. Several players waiting on the list to get in this game. Big Al has stepped out. And off we go. Well, almost to 100 likes here, guys. You can do it. You can do it all night long. Hit that like button. Or as one commenter alluded to, I'm begging you, please hit the like button. I'm absolutely begging you to click subscribe. No, I'm not doing either one of those things. But hey, if you so choose, and you have not done so yet, I just want to rip on people that just say absolutely dumb shit in our comment section. All right, we got a 3-bet here by Aaron in the cutoff of 45. Buddy calls. There you go. Ace high flop. Aaron C-bet. Buddy fold. What's going on, Jedi Master Ted? Hey, everyone. Anyone snap call the 2K all-in drawing dead yet? Nope. Not yet. Ryan says, too much sodium. Are you running a marathon sometimes? No, not ever going to. Yeah, if I do anything energy-wise, it's always sugar-free. No. All right, Jay Stack's down, Duck's down, Joseph's down a little bit. Big Al, I think, was up. Aaron up over 1.5K. Again, this is 1-3. And we're getting a lot of double straddles out there. Again, 1-3 here in Texas. You got people that want to get some money out there, so it tends to play more like some of the 2-5s and 5-5s, I think, in other areas. Ryan, have you ever seen a Coke bottle or other sodas boiled to sugar? Yeah, that is. I'll have one every once in a while. Just sometimes I'm pissed off or need a little jolt of energy. All right, we got RK back here on the table. He's played here a few times before, I believe. I believe he may have been the guy who called down Ken L with when Ken L had ace king and trip, he had aces, or he flopped an ace, and RK had like fives. It was either RK or DK. I can't remember which one, but another a bit of action injected into our veins here in this game. All right, bet at 35, call at 35 as Bryson going to call RK here in position. May like to try to pick up the pot here in this specific spot. Check to him. And here we go. Bryson bets turn here with ace-9 off. Should chase out RK, but he's going to feel sticky here with his ace-10 high. I am a little confounded. But Bryson makes a 9 here on the end. So now Bryson having to elect to do you check back, or you try to go for more value, or are you fearing you're already up? He got himself in trouble with ace-9 last week. And he's going to check it back here while he has some showdown value. Caleb Kirsten says, I've been watching this stream for a week or two, and this is the first live one I've caught. One of our probably newest subscribers. Again, click subscribe, ring the bell. And with the force and fury of hell, hit that like button. All right, we're going to put a new deck out there. So the gentleman Greg out to lead the way. Again, for any of our websites, check out all our info, all our locations. Check out texascardhouse.com. Yeah, in our Austin, Houston, Rio Grande Valley, and Dallas locations. Again, there's still some permitting and some final tasks to be done as far as the construction inside TCH Dallas, but aiming for sometime in September. Keep on the lookout. You can sign up for text updates. Text TCH Dallas to 2100 21000. All right, we got a misdeal. We're going to refire this again. Daniel, Breonna Taylor, really, what's with the political name? Well, I mean, out of the same respect, when somebody posted Seth Rich and complained about that, and then sit there and say, why is he getting political? No, I don't know. If somebody wants to make a name, that's their damn choice. And so it's like, yeah, we had a guy be Seth Rich for like 2 weeks. Did not exactly hear anybody go, why is he getting all political here? You know, I was like, hey, I'm open here to all, just don't be a dick. All right, we got Duck raising up here in middle position. I'm going to get no action as I think got Buddy out of the straddle. Brandon says, any West Cutshall sightings recently? Nope. No, he's working on poker list taking software. He is stepping away from live poker until he's absolutely sure that, hey, the vaccine or the virus is eradicated. So, yeah, he's done really well. He has no need to have to go play or do anything he doesn't want to. He's already, doing well on the business side of things, some of his ventures. So, it's unfortunate because all the time would have been spent in content. Wow, J-Stack bringing the language. Right, 8 ball here on the end as both these players checked it all the way through. You guys hear J-Stack okay? I'll be quiet here for a moment. Been working on trying to pause more so you guys can pick up some of the table action. Ryan Hopp, what's with COVID down there in Texas anyway? Any idea with restrictions and whatnot? Probably make a trip next month. I mean, from what I've seen from the poker community, I've not heard of players. Since we've gone to Mass, I think everything has been largely fine, at least here at Texas Card House. All right, Ace King and Ace 10. William's going to bet the worst end of the ace. And now Joseph's going to jam. Just a good old-fashioned goddammit from William. They both turn a straight draw. He even acknowledged it too. Said, hey, I'm probably up against a better hand. I'm going to call it. Yeah, my point being here is that if people voice support for one end, it's like we only get mad if we disagree with it. If we support it, then it's not a free speech issue. I can have opinions I disagree with and say, hey, that's fine. Sometimes it gets a little too far to the edge, though. But as we continue here, we're going to have a $6 straddle. I can hear the table a little bit here in my headset, and but like I said, the challenge is always, without lapel mics, it is a little bit of a challenge to get the audio super articulate. So I've heard varying opinions as whether or not people understand the table, even if it's quiet or not. All right, so we got J-Stack calling. We got Duck here with ace-9. Joseph here with jack-8 suited. Is Duck here with the ace-high flush draw. Now a wheel draw here for Duck. And still the best hand. And I don't think he'll get any other buddy else to continue here as... Go ahead and bet this one. Ryan Hop, I don't want to expend 500 to 700 of travel expenses and have it shut down or just other restrictions. Yeah, I don't think the state is going to shut down. The rates, based on what I've seen, have not been very super encouraging, but it's also, it has not been deterring businesses from staying open, nor should it. So I mean, it's Texas will never shut back down again unless we get a second really bad outbreak, and I'm optimistic we avoid that, but I think some of the larger schools in the area getting back to it, I think kind of taking their time to welcoming students back. So a lot of schools, I think, doing things virtually, and I think the smaller schools feel a little more safe that All right, so we have RK opening to 10-8, Buddy calling with 9-7. Second pair here for RK. Straight draw. And a backdoor flush draw here for Buddy. Bet at 40, and Buddy here going to call him in position. See, can we get a magical card here? A little action card here to heat this up. That is one of them. Buddy turns a better pair. Leads out here 120, Buddy in position. Going to make the call here probably for 120. Does also have a straight draw with it, so not going anywhere. Heads up here to the river. Dewey. And a bet here by 350 here by RK. Buddy has the best hand, but RK going for the big bluff. And he's going to give Buddy the fold, the better handout. Interesting bet there by RK. As probably didn't actually perceive his opponent to have a 9 there, but it's either way. Royce, Mike, it appears we are on the backside of COVID. I'd like to think so. I hope so. The school part is the challenging part, is to see as to whether or not, are we truly on the backside of it, or are we able to get towards people in groups and not feel like this is going to materialize into something worse. So, hey, I could be wrong. I just... It would be challenging to be an older teacher or any teacher in that profession at this point. So there does not seem to be a perfect answer, nor do I pretend to know to have one. But I am hopeful. I think sometimes you can hear the table talk if you have headphones in or earbuds. Sometimes I've heard people say that that's doable. But you have some annoying a-hole like me talking the whole time. Doesn't always pick it up. All right, we got a gutter ball here for Albert. Straight draw, double gutted here for Aaron. The 9-5, the Dan Grimes. All right, king on the turn. And Aaron going to be able to bet it through. He'll double gutter. Picks up the pot here. As here, getting down to our last hour here on TCH Live. Don't forget to hit that like button. Ryan, not what I've been playing. Enjoy hearing you talk, brother. Yeah. I'm not. It's like I said, I think the small schools, it made sense to open it up. I think the bigger schools are realizing, like, hey, you got to stagger things a little bit. Just don't take any unnecessary chances because it could have reciprocal effects. And maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe the thing is already just passing and you get it and it's done. But I do not have a degree in epidemiology. I did date somebody that did a couple of years ago. I was going to grad school for that, and I did not realize until after the fact of like what an epidemiologist actually did. She tried to explain it to me. She always said I had problems listening. I don't know what the hell she was talking about. Wasn't that was? I think that was a joke in Dumb and Dumber, wasn't it? All right, we got Aaron raising here with ace-10 off the straddle. J-stack all for it. Here with the 7-3 suited. And Aaron's going to pick it up here after the flop bet. Yeah, my name is Mike Youngblood, a.k.a. The Dude Talking. We've got Carolyn, super producer, in the house. You can follow me on Instagram at HoopsMike. Jedi Master says you weren't listening. I actually did listen to her. She was a sweetheart. Going off to grad school, so it was not made to be, but I'm a sucker for a Smarty. All right, we got a raise up here by Albert. 4X here with ace-3 suited. Buddy here with some kings. I don't know if we've seen kings that often here tonight. This might be the first pair of kings I can remember seeing. We had Aaron had jacks. We've had a couple of pairs of queens. William had it once. I think these are our first pocket kings. This 8's going to get folded. I think Joseph has come off tilt. He was kind of steaming for a while, but yeah, I know Ryan has tried to go through multiple things to figure out how to make the table sound work. I've wondered maybe if we've insulated, put like sheets around the table, maybe help the lighting a smidge and maybe contain some of the sound more. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud here. I'm like Ed Sheeran. I don't want to think about that song though. JTN $10 super chat. Are any of the TCHs working with local hotels to offer discounted room rates for poker players as Vegas casinos do? No. I mean, I think you probably got to realize that those massive corporations, I think, are more incentivized and easier to be able to set up something like that, whereas, I mean, I haven't checked. I mean, there's plenty of hotels around this area that, depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for something super more upscale, I think you're gonna find it closer to downtown. But yeah, if you need a good old-fashioned hotel, I mean, there's plenty around this area, man. All right, so we got 3-bet William here. What the hell? Okay, Aaron raising the cutoff. William 3-bets to 100 with ace-5 suited. It's just a non-nitty move by our friend William, but Albert jams with jacks. BK1 Gamer, LOL, you sound depressed, LOL. I don't think I am. JTN reasonably priced and close to ACH. Yeah, absolutely. You can... I mean, this is... Dude, I lived in one of those extended stays for a little bit when I first moved here. I was always trying to... What's the other one that's... Hotels near me? When I was first moved here to Austin like 5 years ago, I was trying to... find a place to live, and I had enough I could just kind of hang out Airbnbs and things like that, so... I'm trying to think of all the... You probably even find like an Airbnb too. There might be, but if you're looking at just pure hotels, like 50, 60 bucks, like you can find. Oh, the extended stay Americas. That's spending a lot of time in those. So when I first moved here. So there's plenty of those around that sometimes during the week you can get a pretty good deal on. All right. We got a raise up to 25 by Duck with ace-king. Duck trying to run good here. He's not had the best night here tonight. And as we've got an open-ender here for Albert. Buddy has bottom pair RK. Reed, you flop. All right, so it is Joseph that leads into this, betting 95 with 5 high into 5 players. Not something you see every day, but BK Gamer, I'm seriously thinking about flying to Vegas or Texas to play poker for a week. Yeah, you come on down to Texas. You want some good action here. You can play 8 to 7-handed depending on where you're at. A lot of action to be had here throughout the great state. As Albert decides to call here with the open ender, RK here with the gutter ball, and Duck now put in this very kind of weird spot. He does have the overs and the backdoor clubs and the straight draw, but it is the straight card that gets there for Albert. Going to get checked all the way through. See if Albie gets paid. JTN is saying here in the chat as Albert goes for the value. I don't think it gets any action from anybody. Only card room within 200 miles of Tulsa, Oklahoma that's open is in Durant, and TCH is much better action and much more fun. Yeah, well, I mean, the Tulsa... I stopped in Tulsa once and played in a card room at one of the casinos. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think I stacked off in a tournament really bad. I mean, it might have been the River Spirit. I'm not sure. That's where I like to think I went to, but... Dude, we are in the middle of a pandemic. Hotel rooms are almost free. They're not really. I mean, I don't think anybody's... I've not seen anything that's been like for Austin that's been like, oh, they're just practically given away. Like, that doesn't necessarily feel like the case. I mean, they're really good prices, but like I would just go through the apps, try to find like express deals, or your best bet to really score. I guess to say like what is very cheap for me is probably very different for somebody else. Where somebody might look at like $100 for a nice hotel room, that's fucking dirt cheap. JTN saying that both those. I mean, airline tickets are relatively inexpensive, so. For the folks who are wanting to travel, come on down to Texas. The opportunity's there. So top pair here for Albert. Yeah, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Bring your mask. So RK going to bet Albert here with top pair, second kicker with a queen. Mr. Schween. All right, it's 7-ball here on the turn, so Albert's still here with the best hand. Apparently all the 9s are folded, so can only lose if he gets bluffed, which is a bet of 100. And a call is, all right, here we go. And a 4-ball on the end, so aces and 4s with a queen. Albert checks, and that is that. Aces and 4s good. BK Gamer, go from Cincinnati to LAX for $50. It's stupid cheap to fly. Yeah, I booked a one-way flight from Florida back here to Austin because I'm going to help a friend move outside of Miami, so I had like a one-way ticket for like $50 just to get back from Miami here to Austin. So there are some good some deals out there. So for all those folks, maybe your local poker room's not open, you're feeling safer about traveling. I mean, that opportunity has presented itself, so. And then maybe you can just meet the dude talking. See me out there on the felt. I think I will be dealing Saturday. I'm undecided if I will play the PLO free roll tomorrow. Really thinking about it. I want to knock Victorio off. I want to bust Victorio. Just be like, hey buddy, your reign of terror here in the PLO free roll is over. But I do not like to count my chickens before they hatch. Maybe it'll work too. I don't know. We shall see. But we got our PLO free roll here for our Austin locals. Tomorrow, 1K guarantee in the prize pool. Also, ladies' night, 50% off on Friday. Sunday, our $150 Mega Stack freeze out. 5K guarantee prize pool. The final table streamed on TCH Live. As we've got Rays and RK is going to pop it here to $20 on the button. And I got to pick it up. Tyler Mawiney, what is the buy-in for the free roll? I mean, that is your first stack is free. I can't remember if we have a check-in fee. I think you might get like a seat fee for it to get in, but $20 seat fee just to enter, and then it's your first 10K is free. And any other $20 rebuys and add-ons, rebuy up to 5 times. Say you get to the break and you're under 10K, you can choose to rebuy 5 times, and you can choose to add on 5 times. So you can, spend like $200 if you really want to maximize your chip position. No, you do not pay hourly during the PLO free roll. Christian, do you need the BYOB to the card house? Yeah, it is a BYOB facility. Bring whatever you feel like. Obviously within reason. Can't bring ayahuasca in here and expect us to just be kind of cool with that. But, beer, alcohol, liquor, all that good stuff. Is William going to pick it up with some 10s? Mark saying, guess the days of staying extended stay for 230 a week are gone. Yeah, yeah. Price of business is going up always. All right, we got Buddy here with some queens. Bryson's is going to call it a night. Christian, no, we don't sell beer at the place. Yeah, that's... Bet at 35 here by Buddy. Aaron going to call here with bottom pair and some backdoor hearts. And also 2 pair outs there as it connects 4s and 3s. BK, one game. Are there riots down in Austin, or are you guys safe? No, I mean, we're in the northwest part of the city, and I think that part has been over-exaggerated by all sides. So yeah, we've always been safe up here. We're far away from any of that stuff. Is good check back there by Buddy. As 4s and 3s, good as we'll crack queens. Trevor, what round do we have to join the tournament by? I believe you got to join it by the end of the first break, which is usually the level 7 or 8, a 25-minute level. So if you wanted to come and play it, the $150 Mega Stack freeze out. Again, you can see all the levels. Late entries allowed until the start of level 7. I would not push it too long, but if you are coming there later, 25 minutes you have levels, you have until the 7th level, so you'd be coming in at blinds like 1,000, 2,000 with a 2,000 big blind ante. Yeah, buy beer if you're coming here like and you're expecting to stay, get a cooler. We've got fridges in here, so if you're worried about keeping your beer cold, you can do that. Just remember, like, you got to buy beer by a certain amount of time. Usually it's midnight throughout the week, and then Friday, I think they extend it to 12:30, and then Saturday you can get it until like 1. So, all right, here we go. We got J Stack 3-betting here on the button with King 10 suited. Duck now going to come here with a 4-bet. Here to 280. J Stack going to call here with the King 10 suited in with the worst king. And here we go. So Duck has got they both do not have much left. Like J Stack has $48. Duck looks like he has 110. And they both flop a draw. J Stack with a better draw, more open-ended. Duck here with a better hand. All right, they get it in. J Stack does not have much left. He's got like $48 left or so. Gonna need an ace or a 9. Does not get either. And ace king good here for the Duck. Quack, quack, Mr. Ducksworth. It's been a mostly down night for Duck, but I've liked this play. It's just kind of run into some weird spots. GTN, where's coins been? I don't know if you guys heard this, a national coin shortage. So I think he's out there just trying to fight for the coins. I have no idea. He's got a young infant child now, so he's got quite a gap between his kids who are in his 30s and now has a young one that's less than a year old. So he's Big Daddy Coins now and a legend. So he's busy being a dad again. So I think when he comes to play poker, it's kind of a night out. So it's kind of like, okay, I've got time to be able to do it and all that good stuff. So, all right, looks like we've counted out the chips here for a new player stepping on in here for Bryson. Again, hit us up here in the chat. Let us know where you are watching from or leave us a comment. Appreciate all you guys' support of TCH Live, now up to 9,870 subscribers. If you have not clicked subscribe yet, do so. Click it, ring the bell, and unleash hell on that like button. Boom. Smash it, bash it, crash it, but do not trash it. All right, got Asa there, our floor staff. Amongst our familiar faces here amongst the fold is everybody getting up at once or something here, or what the heck is going on? They're trying to get themselves prepared for dinner. Aaron sitting with the most on the table of 4,100, so if at any point anybody wants to come on in and match what the big stack is, that is what the top of the mountain looks like. Joseph sitting with 3,100 was kind of steaming for portions of this session. Hit 3-of-a-kind sixes. Won a decent-sized pot. I think he's come back off of tilt here for a stretch. folds. All right, we got Joseph here on the button with some queens. As RK here was pocket fives. And top set here for Joseph. Christian Brees is from Nova Scotia, Canada. Tyler Carlin watching from Snowshoe, Pennsylvania, coming down in November to play. Christopher Brown says to fund the police. I don't believe that to be entirely. Go check. No, I'm not a big advocate of defund the police. Be more efficient, spend better, train better, but I don't know. I think there's a lot of mixed messages. But that is my abbreviated opinion on that. So what's worse, steaming or tilted? Probably tilted. I think tilted, like, you can make more passive and dumber mistakes, whereas steaming, like, you generally, I guess steaming can sometimes be beneficial because you can just go full on aggro and you can kind of will your way to picking up money. Whereas I think tilted, that's punt. Well, I guess both. There probably isn't really a difference between them. Steaming to me, if only we had the master of steam, the great Steam Dola, to tell us the difference if there really is one. What's going on with Duck? We got Duck here, King 7 suited. Three players here. Two's a flop. What a flop here, as we've got a straight flush draw here for Joseph. Duck with a higher king high flush draw. RK here with a pair of sevens. This is Duck. Gonna go here for the semi bluff. Pump a little money here with the king high flush draw. And here we go. There's a J-ball. So it does give Duck a straight draw. Here to a 9. Joseph here with top pair on the board. Going to call the 100 bet on the turn. 8 fires off on the end. So it's Jackson 8. So we're going to go check here. Duck is going to show that he had the king high spades and got a little unlucky. Vader, you seek Vader. How many tables y'all got going? It's a good question. Derp. Where are we at? 2 tables of 1-2 no limit. 1-1-3. Plus our 1-3 match the stack. Not a bad night here for us. I think sometimes we can get up to 5 or 6 going, including the TCH live table. But nonetheless. BK1 Gamer, you probably have seen a Brad Owens vlog here. We've had a lot of the vloggers here. We have Johnny Vimes, we have the Sulphur Y crew, Jamin Burton. Nemi and Owen were both here. We had Marley Cordero, Chris Moneymaker. I'm trying to remember if there was any other vlogger meetups that we've had of the folks that I am forgetting. Raise up here to 25. Buddy here with a 9-5 off. The Tower of Power chips there. And he's going to put in the 3-bet here. pops it up 95. RK with a weak ace 7 off suit. And gonna get RK to fold. BK one gamer. Moneymaker still plays poker. That's shocking. The thing that happened with him was he went through a divorce after he won the main event. So actually, with all that was tied up in the stake, he really didn't profit from that main event win. But his success came, in other tournaments that existed and just being a promotional figure for poker since then. So it was one of our first episodes, actually the first episode we ever had here on TCH Live. So he still gets out there. Happily remarried. I think he's living a pretty good life in Tennessee. So it was fun to have Mr. Moneymaker in the house. Maybe we'll get him back again. I think he definitely loves playing the PLO side. So I think he's disappeared. Would prefer to play a PLO cash game, if anything else. Oh, Lakers just pulverizing the Blazers right now. Everybody was screaming a little loud there that the Lakers were just doomed, that after that first game won. I think we got a little overconfident thinking that the Lakers were just going to go down. Yeah, Taylor Care, Moneymaker gets paid to travel around and play tournaments. That's kind of the crux of it. More power to him, man. He deserves that. Helped pave the way for all of us to a certain degree. Travis Gillen says, Travis from Kansas City, Missouri, thanks for streaming. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I think he himself will not sit there and say that he's a world-class player by any stretch. But all-time good dude. Passionate still about the game. Best steakhouse in Austin. Taylor, we don't have do we have a Sizzler here? I don't think we do. Best steakhouse in Austin. The Vince Young Steakhouse always gets hyped as a good place. I am not the guy that spends a lot of time at steakhouses, so I cannot tell you. There's probably more people here that have a better read on that situation here. All right, here with a $10 straddle. Limp. J Stack going to check his option with a J3. As it looks like Joseph has connected and Mark has connected with second pair here on the board. And it's Albert who's coming out betting, Joseph who is calling, and off here we go to the turn as ace. So Joseph a flush draw. Albert here with 9 high, for some reason deciding he's just going to go try to take this one as Sizzler. What is this, the late 70s? Says one of the players. That was the go-to location in, what is it, Happy Gilmore? But Albert Rivers an 8, though. And Joseph is going to be feeling a little sick. He had all those outs to cash in on and the best hand. Albie bets and gets there. Credit to him. Jedi Master Ted, I wouldn't call what Moneymaker was doing playing poker. 8 times were heads all in, and he didn't even win once. I took him for 2.5K in 2 days. That was here? I don't remember. Do you think pros and other players are leaving the game because they're sick of it, broke, or just getting out of it? It's evolving. Yeah, I broke is probably a good estimation. I think some players maybe get sick of poker over time. I know I had a buddy of mine who was doing the traveling circuit kind of deal, and I think he just grew to hate it. Yeah, I don't think there's no easy game. I mean, if you're playing 1-2, like there's always going to be money to be made. But I think the higher stakes you go, it's getting tougher. Florio Hawkins says, "What's going on, TCH?" Now we got Mark 3-betting here out of the small blind. Pop it up here to 56. Here with the King 10 suited. All right, off we go. Mark, Duck, and Albert. Top pair here for Mark, the 3-better out of the small blind. Thanks, Fioria. Bet of 125. Albert has got a hand he's deciding to call with. Let's play Guess Albert's hand. He raised the 16, called the 3-bet. I would probably say like ace-jack of diamonds or something. Mark is going to turn spades as well. Going to continue here on the turn, bet at 250. Maybe Albert's got a hand like 8s or 9s or 10. Taylor thinks he's got king-queen offsuit. Come on, Albert, read your cards. We're trying to see who's smart here. I feel like if he's paired up, he's calling a lot sooner. Albert. All right, we're going to at least see one. What? It was a king X, it looks like. So it was a worse for king? Is that what it was? Yeah, I would have to go really slow to see if I could make out what the other card was that he just pitched. Because he flipped it up. Yeah, this... My Crazy Adventures, my name is Eric Knotts. Love the stream and the commentary. Thanks, man. If you want to call up to our front desk, you can view the number at texascardhouse.com. Call 512-956-7195 or double check that number. But call ahead, talk to the front desk, and then just sort of say, hey, I want to try to sign up for a little bit in advance if I'm coming out of town. So we can at least try to accommodate you here. $35 raise here by RK. RK does not stand for RFID knower. Does not apparently know how to do that. Come on, read those cards. Same with you, J-Stack. Come on, read it. Read them off. All right. Always nice to be able to yell retroactively 10 minutes after the fact. Gutter ball here for Aaron. Middle pair here for Albert. It is RK betting, though. Johnny Fingers, is TCH having a main event anytime soon? I don't think so. We're still kind of in that occupancy portion where I don't know how advantageous it is to try to run like a big tournament. But we got Aaron raising it up here with the gutter ball. And a quick call here by RK. And a 10 ball here on the turn. Still have no idea what RK has. And how says the poker room and many casinos are closed, but at the same time the states want to open the school. Idiots. Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of fourth graders down there playing craps. Well, we got a shove here by RK, and he's going to pick up the pots. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 10-4, yeah, I'm an Indiana boy. Grew up tall and grew up bright. Want to see if we can have a little fun and lose just a little money in your neck of the woods. That's not the attitude. You're coming here to stack chips. Hey, thanks for the $15 super chat. Yeah, if you want to contribute a super sticker or super chat, you can do so. Get a special shout out here on the air. Got a raise up by buddy. Is this the Mark Gianelli, I think, that we that's been in the chat here? Sitting down there right next to Buddy as J-Stack at 3-bet ace-6. Buddy here with ace-jack. J-Stack does not have much behind. Buddy's going to lay it down, though. Down here in the last home stretch, your last chance to hit the like button in this live portion of our TCH Live. Again, Mondays, Thursdays, Sundays, we will have the next PLO, we think, on August 29th for Fireman Scott of Mike Major. Justin Schaff doing commentary for that. So I think I'm going to be working that day. I'm going to be dealing, trying to make some money. Making the safe money. All right, off we go here. Raised to 16. So William here with ace-5. Call him the net. All right. Ace-5, 8-3. Albert. The hand we do not know yet. Joseph's going to flop the 8 high flush draw. Mark. Albert's betting. Does Albert have a king? So again, we will have Bart Hansen for commentary on Monday. I'm going to take Monday off here for the 5-5 game. And a 4-ball on the end. It is a spade here for Joseph. He's going to try to trap Albert, and Albert's not falling for it as he shows King 9. King 9 offsuit. 8 high spades, good here for Joseph. Is there ever the flush? We'll be back here for Sunday, the final table of the $150 Mega Stack freeze out. We'll be back then. Usually by about 7 is when the final table starts. If we get more players, sometimes it may take a little bit longer than that, but make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, that way you get the update right there on your device. Hey, the channel is active. And it looks like we've got Aaron just picking up a small pot here after a raise that went unopposed. All right, down to the home stretch. I think probably the last 5 minutes or so, last couple of hands. Fellas having fun here on the table tonight. All right, raise up here to 20. Got Mark here calling on the button. All right, we've got Mark's hand at deuces, RK with King Queen, Albert missing here with King Queen 7 offsuit. Not Broadway here for RK, but I'm afraid he's not going to get any action. Vittorio, shout out the Pittsburgh Pirates. The legendary Vittorio. I finally got to go toe-to-toe with Vittorio in the cash game the other night. He had like a $15 straddle. They had like a $16 triple straddle or something like that. I called 7-5 of spades. Vittorio had re-raced to 100, so I was prepared to call 100 with 7-5 of spades against Vittorio, and then another guy jammed in for like 300 over the top, so I didn't quite get my chance to donk off my money and then run good. All right, we've got a $75, is that a $100 straddle here by J-Stack, and we've got a shove here by the Duck. We got Aaron with 6s. He's not going to call here as a $511 shove. Fold, fold, fold. Joseph will get out, so there's another ace that's out. RK, not the stomach to call King Jack suited. They're going to show each other's odds. Mark here with 3 deuce high. J-Stack is going to give out $100 there with 4 high. Duck might be a winner. He's thinking about gambling, though. This would be super degen if he decided, okay, I've got 4 high. There's been one ace that's been folded. You know, actually, I think if J-Stack called here, a lot of the odds, they obviously don't know this, but, like, a lot of the odds that are conducive to Duck's hand have kind of been folded. Your King, Jack, 10, so... So he's still thinking here. We got some drama building. This J-Stack going to gamble here with 4 high. Is he going to do it for the cameras? Do it for the love of the game? He's here to gamble. He's put out a $100 straddle. He said, all right, let's do this. Duck has got ace-queen. The spirit of the game here to get in and gamble a little bit too, but... Oh, that's not the flop. J-Stack looking for Duck trying to survive. There's a good card and an 8 on the end. So Duck is going to get a little money back there. J-Stack. So I said, hey, I got 2 random cards. Maybe I can hit. And maybe hit Jack 10 and we hit King Jack also fold out there. But all right, that's it. That was our last hand. Is that correct? That is a wrap here tonight on TCH Live. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you to our floor staff, our excellent dealers here at Texas Card House in Austin. Join us Sunday here for the $150 Mega Stack Freeze Out. We will see you then. Good night, everybody.